Hi guys, thank you for clicking play. Welcome to my first episode of a brand new series to the channel for Football Manager 2019. It is of course Tottenham Hotspur, as you can see, where today I have been confirmed as the new manager. Although I don't like it, the fact that it says we're at Wembley. We are of course still at the National Stadium, but we are eventually going to go home. I don't know when that's going to be. We'll take a look at that shortly. We're going to take a look at the few players as well. A couple of the standout players for the coming season. We'll also take a look at the schedule to see when we are in fact going to go home. But first of all, let's take a look at the club itself. So taking a look at the history of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, we were founded in 1882. We have won 2 Premier League titles. Well, we've won 2 First Division titles. Lastly, in 1960-61, when we were all not thought of, probably. Most of us were. I definitely wasn't. 1 European Cup, Winners' Cup, 2 UEFA Cups, lastly in 1984. So European trophies are something that we have won, but not for a very long time. Same with the FA Cup, 1991, the last time we won the FA Cup. The League Cup is the most recent thing we have won, 2008, and what a final it was. Jonathan Woodgate's header against Chelsea. So winning trophies is not really something we've done for quite a while, so that's going to have to change, isn't it? Looking at our most recent record, crikey, 1997, I remember it very, very well. But we've done well recently with 2nd place finishes, 3rd place finishes. Obviously, the aim of a Football Manager series from any content creator you look at will be to take that club to the top. And that is indeed what I'm going to try to do here. We're going to try and win the Premier League title. Might be difficult first season, might not be difficult second season. We'll have to wait and see. Europe is something we need to do well in. I want to win a domestic trophy as well. I want to try and do it all. The quadruple will probably be out of the question, but you never know. Players to look at, obviously Hugo Lloris, the captain. Harry Kane is going to be the key man for us. Oliver Skipp, hot prospect. You will see Oliver Skipp at some point. He's going to be in and around the first team picture. But let's have a look at the key players that we're going to be looking at this season. So we're starting at the back. Not going to start with Hugo Lloris. We know a lot about Hugo. World Cup winner, of course, now. We're going to look at Jan Vertonghen. Now, Super Jan, along with Toby Alderweireld, the best defensive pair for the last couple of seasons, and Jan is a key factor to that. I know people say that Toby is the linchpin, but Jan is the linchpin, let's be brutally honest. When he was in the team without Toby last year, he came on leaps and bounds. Heading of 16, marking 16, tackling 17. He is an all-round excellent defender. At 31, he is knocking on a bit now. But, we've still got a couple of seasons with him alongside Davinson Sanchez and Juan Foyth. We might look to bring in another centre-half, but I doubt it very much. Moving into midfield, where we find Moussa Dembele. Now, Moose is another player who has been with Tottenham a very long time. 171 appearances, only 7 goals. When you consider he's got 5 goals in 63 appearances for Fulham, it tells you all you need to know. Moose is not a goal scorer. He is a lot more than that, however, in the heart of our midfield. Very difficult to get off the ball. Balance of 18 is a testament to that. First touch of 18. Technique of 17. He is silky. He can go up through the gears. As I said, very difficult to get off the ball. Will be probably partnered with Eric Dyer. I would have thought Harry Winks, Victor Wanyama. We have got an abundance of centre midfielders, so we're not going to be dipping in the market for one of those. We'll be looking at other areas around the pitch to strengthen. One player who will see a bit more game time is Lucas Moura. Came in the January transfer window from Paris Saint-Germain, so he does have pedigree. Has shown in real life at the start of this season that he has got the ability to change a game, to win a game for us, and hopefully we'll see that throughout this series. Pace of 16, dribbling of 17, acceleration of 16. The boy is quick over the ground, and that's something that we are going to need. Pace out wide is something that we have. We don't have an abundance of it. Lucas is probably the only man with that amount of pace, but we do have guile as well in midfield. Now we're going to take a look at Oliver Skipp, who I mentioned earlier. Only 17, born in the year 2000. That makes me feel fucking old, let me tell you about that. Has broken into the first team picture, played a couple of minutes against West Ham the other night in real life, and will get a chance with me. He will certainly be in and around the first team picture. I'm not going to loan him out, because if Mauricio Pochettino sees something in him, then there is obviously something there. Natural fitness of 17 is the standout thing. At least that is something. Teamwork, work rate, passing, stamina, determination of 17 as well. So, you know, he's not going to play an awful lot, but he might get chances in the Carabao Cup, especially maybe the FA Cup, depending on the opponent, and possibly even the Premier League. Who knows? So as you can see, our current home is Wembley Stadium, 90,000 all-seater stadium. Most of them are these days, the Premier League ones at least, but we are due to move into the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on the 17th of December 2018. I only wish it was correct. It's not. Obviously, in real life, we aren't going to be moving in until January, but in-game, it's going to happen on the 17th of December. I want to see who we're playing, so let's have a look at that. So, our first competitive game will be against Huddersfield Town at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It says Wembley Stadium now. Obviously, we're moving in on the 17th of December. Unless it changes, of course, then we will be playing Huddersfield Town at our new home. But let's take a look at what else we've got to start with. So, we're away at Huddersfield to start with, and then Liverpool, Manchester City. Christ, that's a start and a half, isn't it? Fulham, Arsenal pretty early doors as well. Manchester United and Chelsea back to back. So we've got a bit of a horrible start to the season, really. We've played 3 of last season's top 6 in the first 5 games, which I'm not particularly happy about, but there we are. So a lot was made over the summer in real life that Tottenham didn't sign any players. Well, looking at the weaknesses, we are going to need to bring in a couple at least. Better depth in centre-half would be useful, so we'll potentially have a look at the centre-half. We've got 6. We've got Sanchez, we've got Vertonghen, Dyer, Foyth, Alderweireld. So we're not short of centre-halves, if you see what I mean. More depth in defensive midfield, we could do with that. Okay, that's a valid point. I want to look at, obviously, a backup striker. Fernando Llorente, as good as he is, he's not my man, unfortunately. I don't really rate him. Potentially we'll look at that. Obviously we've got a lot of players who can play as a striker. Sonny can play up there. Eric Lamela, if pushed, could probably play up there. So we do have options in that area of the field, but we are going to look to try and bring in someone else. Maybe looking someone wide as well. Obviously George Kevin Nkudu is one that potentially might get shipped out. I'm not 100% sure. We'll take a look at it as pre-season develops. Obviously, everyone gets the same opportunity at pre-season. My personal opinions don't really count for pre-season. Now, looking at the tactics board, the new tactic system for FM19. So we are going to play with a positive mentality. That means we push high. We keep the press on. It is the Pochettino press. We don't lose that despite losing Pochettino as our manager. 4-2-3-1, again, it's a formation that Tottenham have played quite a lot in the last few seasons. We might play 5 at the back as well. We do have the option with the defenders we have to play that system. Obviously with the wing backs as well. We've got Kieran Trippier, Ben Davies, Danny Rose, Serge Aurier. You know, they're all decent. So yeah, we have options in the formation department, most certainly. So there we have it. A short, sharp insight into Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. You will see more throughout the season as we go along on this journey in Glory, Glory Tottenham Hotspur, my new series for Football Manager 2019. If you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and would like to do so, please click the subscribe button down in the corner. That was episode 1 of Glory, Glory Tottenham Hotspur. Episode 2, first game of the season. I will see you then. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.